Going on, everybody? Long time no see. Today is Sunday. I'm actually in Dallas, Texas. More like, I think it's Wilmer, Texas. It's like southeast of Dallas, essentially. It is Sunday night, and it's very, very unusual for me to be on the road on a Sunday night, especially this far away from home. I will generally get a shorter load, and I'll be leaving Sunday evening. But for me to leave like early Sunday morning, and be on the road, that's definitely more rare. So last week I was on the road, and I really took my diesel heater for granted. I'm gonna tell you that much. And let's see if this thing will focus down on me. I really took my diesel heater for granted, especially when it was 5 degrees and I was in Tennessee. That was crazy. So this one, the one I have, it's the H-Calory D2, and it was not working. Especially when I had like 2 days where I was just sitting all day and I didn't want to idle my truck and it was cold, but I had to idle my truck. It is what it is. Yeah, that was rough. And at the end of the day, all it was a little mesh filter under your glow plug. And more than likely, if you have a diesel heater and you hear the fuel pump clicking and it smokes, but it never gets warm air going, most likely you have a mesh fuel filter that is clogged, and it's only a couple dollars. What happens is that mesh filter basically sends flame to the burn chamber. I guess it's called burn chamber, and there's a sensor there that senses the flame and it keeps it going. And when that mesh filter gets clogged with all the carbon, it can't get there, and so the sensor doesn't read the flame, and it just shuts the diesel heater off. So basically, yeah, it's very simple. You don't even need to remove your diesel heater if you have it installed. You can do it while the diesel heater is in there. All you do is take the cover off, remove the glow plug, pull the filter out, install a new one with the tool they send you. So that brings me to the topic of me looking for plan B. I've gotten mine working. My H-Calory is working great. And if you're in the market for one, I'm sure if you looked at the alternatives just like myself. Mine I bought like 3 years ago is like $650. Right now you really can't find them under $1,000. They're all like $1,100, $1,200. Very absurd. And the parts to fix them are also just as absurd. So that got me thinking, like, a lot of people do these Amazon heaters. I should look into one as well. So I did, and I found this. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of options. Most popular is Vivor. I bought products from them, and customer service was terrible, and that just kind of turned me off with Vivor, and I just try to stay away from their products. You know, if it's something that's, you know, like sockets or something that you're not as likely to break, I say, you know what, screw it, let's give it a shot. But with electronics, where there's a lot that could go wrong, I just don't. And that's the reason, as I just said. So I was looking at other brands. Max Speeding rods used to have a really good one. I couldn't find them anymore on Amazon. And so I was like, you know what, we're going to look up this H-Calory. And so this thing was roughly like $120 shipped to my door on Amazon Prime. If you do buy it without Prime, it's like $20, $30 less. For under $100 to get a box this big with everything is crazy, especially when you compare it to H-Calory, which is so much more money. So, you know, I was like, you know, it's worth a shot to give it a shot. So that's what I wanted to do today. Unbox this thing and see what's all in there. The quality of materials and hoses and lines and fittings. How can they do it? And am I just really getting scammed by buying the German-made H-Calory or Webasto or whatever other name brand there is? So yeah, that's what we're going to do. And then hopefully in the near future, we're going to find a truck to install this guy. If you are interested into getting this one installed, shoot me an email. I'll discuss some pricing with you with this one. Or if you want to just go ahead and buy your own diesel heater, bring it to me. I'm mobile. I do roadside. I can install this thing for you on your downtime in St. Louis at a truck stop or whatever. So yeah, that's an option. If you don't want to pay me and you say, hey, that's too much money, I completely agree. I'm the same way. That's why I do it myself. But if you don't have the will or the skill or the tools and you want to pay somebody to do it and you don't want the dealer to do it for a lot more, hit your boy up. So yeah, without further ado, let's get this camera set up going, and we're gonna start unboxing this thing and show you what's in there. So hopefully this thing will keep things somewhat in focus. I got this dirty knife I found. Like I said, the size of this box alone is impressive. And I mean, I was reading reviews, and like there's mixed reviews about it, honestly. But it's like, you know, if things go wrong, even if this thing lasts you a year without any maintenance, that's worth it in my book, especially if you install it yourself. You really cannot complain. So we're gonna see. Yep, you get a fuel tank. So if you do not want to run it, you know, to your truck's fuel tank, and if you want to just be able to add diesel, you can do that. Which, I mean, hell, this tank alone is probably 10-15 bucks. There we go. And you even get a nice mounting plate slash bracket. I did not even get this with my diesel heater, and mine was 10 times the price. You get a booklet. Look at that. It's a full-on legitimate booklet, and it's like nice quality too. It's not like just like a cheapo booklet. I'll make sure my Bluetooth is off in case they call me. I'm waiting on a dock here in Wilmer, Texas. There's the booklet. Let's see if I shut this light off. I think that's better. I'll just kind of bring things to light up here. Maybe I can add another light somewhere, somehow. Oh, there we go. Well, that was fairly quick. My appointment is at 10, but they gave me an appointment, and they gave me a door, already dropped it in the door, so that's nice. Let's see what we're working with here. Let's take this piece out first. I think this here is probably all the wiring and fuel lines. Let's check the heater itself. So I'm assuming it's this. Yep. There's the heater. This is bigger than the one I have. Definitely sure as hell feels like it. I mean, the build quality seems nice. I mean, this thing got some weight to it. I mean, that's your harness. Your connector right there. Got a gasket on the bottom, just like mine. And then to unscrew these, you twist this cap, just like mine. Just hold this off. I mean, obviously a little bit of differences, but like I said, this unit is bigger than mine that I have. And so this right here is your glow plug that I was talking about, right here. So you pull this boot, and then you can access your glow plug right there, pull it out, and then do the mesh screen. But yeah, this unit is definitely beefy. And then the one I have, they kind of clip right here, but it's definitely smaller. This unit is definitely bigger than the one I got. And like, this screen is extremely advanced compared to the one I have. But check this out, you get a full LCD screen, and you can even like feed your fuel so you can prime it. And then you also get a remote, which is crazy. Like, sometimes you could be driving and you want to turn it on, just do it from the front or outside the truck. That's crazy. And then you get that with this. So that's the remote. This was right here. I mean, so far so good. Throw this back in there. I think it was. Where was it sitting? Yeah, like so. This remote feels really nice. And then we'll put this up here, and then we're gonna see what all is in here. I mean, like, I gotta say, the one I have, the quality seems a little bit better, which obviously, I mean, for the money you would hope something is better. But again, this is your ducting for your hot air. And then this is your little vent, which I'm assuming you would just unclip, pop out, screw this on, and then you would lead this ducting onto the other side. This is your exhaust, which this exhaust is fine, but I've found in the past that these don't exactly hold up, especially if you have hard curves, but that's least of your concern. Really, it shouldn't be a big deal to replace that. And then this, I'm assuming this is your intake hose on the bottom, which you would screw this filter into. That's actually a pretty nice filter, much better than the one that came on mine. And then this, I have absolutely no idea what this is. I would have to do some research, I guess. Do some, maybe on the booklet. Let's see if we can find on the booklet what that is. T connector. So where would you put the T connector? I guess that's maybe if you're running two of them or something. I really have no idea. But the nice thing with this is, it also, you can get an app version where you can control it off the app. But I figure with the remote, there's really no point for the app. Doesn't matter. It if I do it, I'll let you know. But I mean, you can see it's a nice graphics. So we got that. This is your fuel line. I actually like that it's clear, so you can see fuel when it's getting primed. They do send you an exhaust, which, I mean, muffler, which I usually don't do it because I'm like, you know, if it restricts it, it can't help it, and it's not that much of a difference. I mean, people idle their reefers and trucks that are much louder than any of this. So this is your harness. So you got your battery terminals, which on the truck, these are probably 3/8, so they're fine. You just might have to run a longer cable, and they do have this inline fuse here. I don't know how big that is, but pretty straightforward, pretty simple. And then this will be your fuel pump. Seems nice and got some weight to it. And then here, I mean, you would have all your clamps, zip ties, your fuel filter, your fuel filter bracket. I mean, everything you would need really comes ready. Like, you really can't beat this. Like, if this is any good, and my expectations are mediocre for the price, like I said, if this lasts you a year with no issues, and then you just gotta service it, which most of the time you just gotta service that filter, like, I'm telling you, this is a hell of a deal. Let's point this thing up. I need my hat. I feel weird without a hat. But yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, unfortunately, I'm not doing a install video, so I can give you my thoughts and whatnot, but my initial impression is this thing is a hell of a lot bigger than mine, and pretty sure this says 8 kilowatts and mine says 2. If I'm looking at the right thing, I don't know, but it is bigger than mine, so I'm assuming it should put a bigger output. And like I said, it's nice that it even comes with this. Like, you can install this thing in your garage, like, and heat up your space or whatever. Yeah, hopefully we get unloaded here. Hopefully you like the unboxing videos. Sorry that it wasn't an install video. If I do install it, I'll give more updates on that. Hopefully make a video of that, if the person that I'm installing it for is okay with that. If not, they'll do it. Let me know any questions. Let me know if you've had the similar one, your experiences, thoughts, impressions. Yeah, catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching. So obviously it's messy under my bed, but I'm going to focus on this area. Look how much bigger this diesel heater is than that one. That's my Eberspacher. I mean, you can see the construction and whatnot is similar, but this thing is like twice the size. Hopefully it puts out twice the power, because man, that's amazing. But yeah, later.